Welcome to week 31, day number 2. Today, we are talking about how to double your retirement income. Okay, that's what we're going to talk about. And these are things that I have been doing, but about 30 weeks ago, like 30, maybe 40 weeks ago, I decided to start this YouTube channel. And the number one reason to do that, for you watching this video before you click off or anything like that, is I saw a great need in the real estate coaching community. I actually saw this about back 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, where you have a guru, and maybe in the future I will start naming names, but you have all the gurus that are making content online. They're selling you a course, so they get you to kind of get excited over real estate. Then they sell you a course, and that's it. Then they kind of let you figure it all out on your own. And so there's a cliche within the community of mentors for real estate where people have bought all these courses and they don't take action. And then what they say is, you got to take action. You got to do it. You got to do the work. And then you get really motivated and you start doing the work and it doesn't work, right? You can't get any progress. You can't get a deal. And the reason why is because you are buying information. You are purchasing videos. That's all it is. So the future of real estate and the future really of internet and of education is not more information. The future, really the internet, there's a disconnect. I mean, I see people being so, I don't even know how to interpret these people. Mind you, I have a master's degree in digital marketing. Okay, so this is not an uneducated guess, but I see a lot of people seeing the future of the internet is AI. And they want all of these. I mean, that has been around forever. I mean, content writing using bots have been around forever. And all of a sudden, recently, in recent years, you have the big talk about AI and how AI and this and that and bots are going to write your content, and information is just going, it's information, information, and information. It's information overload for everybody. And there's one thing that people need to remember, and that is that the internet was created not to provide information. I mean, it switched towards information. With the advent of Google and all the search engines and Yahoo and Ask Jeeves and all of those search engines that where you could find information, but very quickly it became stale and we became overloaded with information. So the future of the internet is actually the beginning. So you know how we have history. And history repeats itself. Well, now we have the history of the internet, and it's going to repeat itself. And we're going to go through the first repetition of the internet that we have seen, because the internet, came out in the 1990s. It became known to people in the 1990s. And then we went through the Y2K and the 2000s, and then it really took off. And now we arrived at the 2010s, 2020s, and now the internet has evolved into something that is just a complete disaster. It's a mess. Bots writing content, people calling you and it's a bot, people texting you and it's a bot. people sending, or bots sending you messages, DMs on your social media, and everything like that. And let me ask you a question. Do you like talking to bots? No one likes talking to bots. Okay. So everybody is pushing bots, bots, bots. That's the future of the internet. And I'm here to tell you that it isn't. It's not. Don't buy the lie. Don't buy. It's just hype. That's all it is. It's only hype. I mean, I've been watching this stuff for, about 4 years, all the AI and stuff like that, and it does not work. So we don't need, as humans, we do not need more information. What we need is more community. We need that human connection. When somebody actually does talk to you on the phone, and you go to the grocery store, how come all grocery stores are not exclusively now self-checkout? You go to the self-checkouts, and how come all the other lines where there's an actual human being checking you out, they're just as packed? It's kind of bananas. People don't, self-checkout is new, but it's not going to go anywhere. It will have a big peak, but it's not going to go anywhere. So the advent of all these machines, it's only going to signal a big crash. So the internet started, I'll give you an example. Social media became social media, but was it always social media? And the answer is no, it wasn't. It was not always social media. I'll give you an example. MySpace, was that social media? No, it was not. It was never social media. MySpace was never, ever, ever social media. You know what it was? It was a social network. Communities where people like you and me found people like you and me, right? And that's what the advent of the new wave, the repetition, we're going back to how the internet started. So the internet was conceived to network online, to find groups and communities of people like us that we could connect with. And the information and the education came second. But people thought that information and how they provide value, right? All this information overload was the number one goal, and it never was. And everybody got fooled by this. Social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram came alive, and now all you get is you get pushed, video and like this here on YouTube. It's like video, and information. I'm not building that here on YouTube. I'm not here to give you information. That's why I say, make calls alongside me, reach out to me. Let's do deals together. You see all of that, on every video I make, because I'm creating a community. And I tell you in every video that the future of the internet is online communities. Hands down, that's what it's going to be. And if the rest of the world does not see that, it makes even the communities that are say the smaller part of the internet, it makes them all the more powerful. The reason why is because more people that join these communities will feel super smart, because they were connecting with people that allow them to go from doing no real estate deals to doing like consistently 10 deals a month or something like that, right? Because we do real estate, so like, for example, this video, you can double your income in retirement if you just connect yourself to the right community. So let's just say your retirement account has, let's say, $100,000 in it. You can get to $200,000 in your retirement account if you connect with the right people. Real estate is a team sport, a community. So if you do not engage within a community, you will never, ever, ever do consistent deals in real estate. You need a community, you need a team, you need a support group. So social networks is how social media started. But social networks is where social media is going, because as I said, in the history of the internet, it will repeat itself. And maybe after it goes back to social networks or social networking, right? Maybe it will go right back to better media and then keep doing that. Or maybe in between those eras, we're going to have something transformative, but it's not going to be AI. It has to have a human element, and AI does not have a human element. Now, like Elon Musk and all these people out there and Bill Gates or whatnot, they think that they know where it's going, but I don't. They're always wrong. Yeah, they built the big companies and stuff, but look at how much of what they say is wrong. Okay, so it's so much of what they say is completely wrong. I mean, look at that train that was going to go from New York to Los Angeles, and it was going to be a gravity train and all this kind of stuff. It never happened, and they were pushing it very hard about 15 years ago, but it never happened. But here's what we know. What we know is that people got excited over joining MySpace, and Facebook also started as a community, okay, as a networking community. And that's what got people to sign up. You would enter the school you went to, what year you graduated from high school, like one of those high school yearbooks. You wanted to see where everybody was, what they were doing. That was your high school community. But now you can have a real estate community, or we buy multiple businesses community, or we are playing the actual game of Monopoly in real life, and we build a community and we're exchanging ideas. And then this person who's super successful is helping this person that is just getting started. And this other person over here is like mid-range. And then this other person is also mid-range. And everybody is contributing to one another, and they're hanging out, and they're, attending functions, and they meet face to face, and they meet online, and they're texting one another, and they have an accountability partner, and they're doing mock practice calls, practicing how to talk to sellers. So all of these different elements of community is what gives you the education. Because in today's internet, everything pushes you towards buying a course. And it's not just in real estate. I mean, you look at any type of industry. If you go to Google and you say, how to start a business, a lawn care business, you will find a lot of people, a lot of social media marketing companies pushing a course that they can give you the business in a box, step by step, to follow how to build a business. And it's never going to work. It doesn't work anymore. Why? Because now there's a course overload, and people are just regurgitating other people's words, and it's not original content, meaning it's not being put to the test, it's not being put into practice. It's coming just from somebody else that said it, and somebody else copied, and it just keeps going down. But that's why I'm inviting you, to join our community. I want to do deals together. So whatever you want to do, if you want to take your retirement account from 100,000 to 200,000, or 1 million to 2 million, there's no better way. I am not, anyone in charge of that. I'm not like a guru. That's why I keep saying the community is the guru. That community is the one that is doing the iterations, and it's saying, hey, why don't you try this? Why don't you try that? I have a $10 million dollar real estate empire, and this is what I did. And so you're learning, you're being educated by the community itself. I created that community, and I'm creating this community right now because it's what I need. And I know that is what will help me save time, because if I try to do this all by myself, I would not be able to do it fast. It would take me forever. And for me to work in business and that's all I do is not worth it. It's just not worth the time. It's not worth the effort. But if we work as a community, you can advance faster. It's like the old adage, 1 and 1 doesn't equal 2, right? It equals 3, a lot of people say, but I think it equals 11, because a 3-strand cord cannot easily be broken, right? So if you get one little strand, right, it can be broken easily. But if it's 3 and they're intertwined, it cannot easily be broken. You can try it. It's a principle in life. So I just think that by us working together, we can achieve things for one another. It's not like we're going to take deals from one another. No, it's just like we're reviewing each other's marketing strategies to get more deals. We're reviewing each other's follow-up strategies, working together, right? We are exchanging deals. So this deal I don't like, you can take it. Maybe this deal you do like, so maybe I can help you with it. That type of thing. So you're going from a whole lot of different viewpoints, and you're getting a lot of different perspectives. There's a group that is very successful. We've done this for many decades now, and the name of it is Tiger 21. And this is where the most powerful CEOs in the country, they started doing this Tiger 21, and they would pay like a very huge amount to join the group, and then no cameras were allowed or nothing to record the meetings, and they'd go into a meeting, and then one person would present to the rest of the group their business strategy, and then everybody else, is not like he's lecturing. No, it's quite the opposite. He is just presenting what he's doing, his strategy, and then the rest of the group critiques his strategy and says, hey, why don't you try this? Why don't you try that? Because this is what I did, and look what happened. And so every time they meet, one person is getting advice from all of these CEOs that run beautiful, successful companies. And magic just sort of happens in that environment, because you cut the learning curve and you cut the years of time dedicated by trial and error. You can just get the advice from people who have been there. And that's what we're creating here. So I want to thank you for being here. We talk a lot about, how to make retirement income in my channel. We talk a lot about how to make passive income, rental income, hotel, storage, facility income, laundry income. I mean, all of these different beautiful strategies that is pretty much real estate income. Okay, so we talk about all of that stuff. I document my strategies, but pretty much we're helping families build up all those incomes, so you can actually do this for you, for your loved ones, and so they don't have to do it again. That's what you do in a family. You kind of share and exchange ideas, and everybody is growing together. And a rising tide, lifts all boats, as the saying goes. So that's what we're trying to create here. I am not going to sell you a course, because I think it's a flawed strategy, but we are doing the business together. So with that being said, let's do the business together. Let's begin making phone calls and getting deals. That's what we're going to do right now. So yesterday we were making phone calls, and today we are resuming that, and I have a list of calls here that I need to make follow up on. So here we go. So the way that it works, kind of, we double our income using real estate all the time, right? And so we get a property, and we find a willing seller, and instead of going to the bank and getting financing from the bank, we just get financing from the seller, because that allows us to buy every single property where the seller agrees to give us financing. We can buy them all. And that's how you can quickly build a portfolio of tens or hundreds or even thousands of properties. As long as you put in the work and you find a willing seller and you can buy that property using his financing instead of the bank's financing, then you can really do something really cool. So let me go ahead and start calling some of these people and asking them if they will be willing to sell, and see if they'll give me financing. So here we have, and these are long trainings, you guys, because I'm really just kind of showing you, I'm opening my business, right? Opening my business and allowing you guys to critique it or to mimic it, whichever one brings the most value to the community. Okay, this property sold. So that means that we are aiming at the right target. Okay, so property sold. Lost. Okay. Okay, let's take this one here. Let's go and check this one, Sanford. Okay, this has not sold. Okay, let me read the notes here. She's owned the property for 30 years, currently occupying it. Property has a new roof and cabinets. No asking price. Planning to downsize. Corner lot. Okay, so I've spoken to her before. Okay. Let's see what, okay, this might work. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to put it on Privy, which is kind of like the MLS that we get without being agents. I'm not a real estate agent. And so here it allows me to kind of get access to the MLS for the most part, or enough access to see some comps and stuff. So this tells me that the property might be worth somewhere in the neighborhood of at least $190,000. So let me go ahead and call the owner here.
Hello, you reached the personal voicemail for 407-312-35.
Okay, no answer. We'll try later. Okay. Okay, I will try later. Okay. So let's go to the next. And this is pretty much all we do. It's easy work. You don't, no stress at all. You know, you just kind of have fun. You know, this is a community of people. We do calls together. You get to see my calls. I cannot show you the personal information unless you actually join our community, and below is a way to join our community. So make sure you contact me below so we can kind of onboard you. We do screen people because we want only people who benefit the community, people who are team players, so that we are protecting all the other members of our community. Okay, so this is on the market for sale. It's in Daytona. Property since 2015, new AC. Asking $435. Let's see, $430. So they're not budging on the price. They just don't need it anymore. Listed on the market. No mortgage or liens. It's a vacation house. It's a vacation house. Didn't want to have it listed, but it's now listed, I think. Yep, it's listed. Daughter's a builder and she's a small-time investor. She's well connected, so she's she is a good candidate here for our community. This is also what we do. When I call people, they, if we network with them, they can join our community. No time wasted here, networking with you, networking with the people I call.
Please leave your message for 321
when they answer. No answer. Okay, this is an investor, so I'm going to put her on a different pipeline here. Let me see. So what I create, now I have to put her in a different area of our targeting sequences here, because we don't want, I know she's an investor, so I don't want to treat her like she's just any old investor, or a homeowner, sorry. So I want special attention given to her. So this one here is going to be networking with investors. And so I use this CRM, right? Experienced. And then it allows me to create all kinds of cool stuff. And that CRM, we can give you access once you join the community. There's no charge to join the community, so I'm not trying to upsell you anything. Well, at least at the moment. In the future, there will be a charge. Depending on when you're joining the community, we will charge, because I've done a free community in the past. And when I don't charge, you know, but it's not much. So okay. Okay, so now that we have this, I will move her into it. So I just created, just in that time, created a brand new way to network with her. And I'm gonna just move her into it. Okay, so here we go. There we go. And now we go back. Okay. So let's go see the next prospect here. Okay. Okay. So let's see, Marsh. Okay, I think I know who she is. Properties occupied. Yeah. So let me see. She was very motivated when I spoke to her to sell. So let me see if she sold it. I think she might have. I think we took too long on this one, which always irritates me when we take so long on properties. In Sanford, is that it? Yeah, it is. Sanford 773. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So she has not sold it. That's great. Okay. And you got her 2 beds, 2 baths. Doesn't know time frame. Getting older, she might go live on her grandkids. From Clear, Zillow price was at the time 267. There's no other notes on here. Okay. So this might work. So I'm gonna come in here like this. I'm trying to figure out how much we can buy it for. It's in Sanford, 295. Okay. And it's a 5-star confidence, which is fantastic. Okay. Marsha.
Please leave your message for
Marcia.
Yeah, I've got the right person, but she's not picking up, man. Try her back soon. Okay. All right, so come in, put her on a pipe here where I can make sure I get a hold of her. Okay, so let's go see the next. That was just a hotel that we have under, that we're trying to buy. It's a 30-unit hotel. Let's do that deal together. You know, get in touch with us. Let's do it as a community. You know, if I do a lot of deals with you guys, and you guys keep most of the equity, but I'm still part of the deal, I don't care. There's so much money to be made in real estate. That's why I like doing communities in real estate, because there's no need to be greedy in real estate. Just isn't. Okay, here we go. Sanford again, not sold. Okay, so let's see the notes here. Property details, good condition, needs new paint. 10 years ago, the roof was done. Occupied by the owner, wanted at the time. At the time wanted 400,000. Okay. Zillow price at the time was 354. No, it's 343. So it came down a bit. So I'm going to update the value now. I'm going to look at Privy and see. Confidence is 5 here. Okay, so now we went from Zillow 354 to 343, but the rent is estimated as at 2,500. The real value is we should buy it below 331. Yeah, they want very top of the market here. Okay, Jeffrey. Okay, let's see.
Sorry, I can't get to the phone right now, so please leave a message.
No answer. No answer. Straight to voicemail. Okay. All right, so let's go see the next one here. So now it's Jeffrey. Now Annette here. Sanford again. Oh, it's sold. Man, sold for 130. Let me see what my estimate was. Yep, 200,000. She wanted 200, but she sold for 130. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it is what it is. Tags, let me, sold, lost. Okay. So we update this. Okay. Let's go on to the next. Okay. Yeah, actually, try to call real quick. It even went straight to voicemail. So, okay, Larry, let's see here. Larry, let's see if it's sold. This is in Ormond Beach. Yeah, this is the mobile home. Okay. It's not sold it, but I remember him. He did want to sell. Currently vacant. Good condition. Asking price. Non-negotiable. Okay. I'm going to call him now. Actually, let me copy this here. Okay. Confidence is 3. Yeah, so it's 200,000. So 3. Okay, I think I might be able to do a deal here.
Hello?
Hey, Larry, good morning. This is Ben. How are you?
Good. You?
Good. It's been a little while since last time we talked. I'm still down here, Ormond area, and wanted to see about your property here again. Have you been back to Florida recently?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm coming down Friday.
you're coming down Friday. Okay, well that's good. We can meet. We can meet if you still want to sell it.
No, I'm not selling it. No, not I could have sold it 3 or 4 times, but I didn't. So I guess now I decided to just keep the damn thing. Now they tore away the one that was the rotty one next to me, putting a new one in there. So that'll, instead of my price going down, my price will go up. But without that trailer that used to be next to it.
I remember that one. You were telling me about that one.
Yeah, it was a disaster. But that's out of there. It's all cleaned up. And there's a new one going in there, which means it's not going to take away from mine. If anything, it'll make it a little bit better.
Yeah. What happened to that guy? Did he decide to sell it, or did he put a new one in there?
Well, I think he lost it. The guy that's in that area that does that stuff, I think he bought like 2 or 3 of them in there, making them nice now. So it can only increase the value with a nicer bunch of homes next door.
Wow. No, I understand. Okay. Oh man. Okay. Well, so you just decided to keep it then?
Yep, I'm going to keep it for right now.
For right now. Okay.
Yep, but right now I'm gonna. I mean, I talked to the lady who I bought it from when I was about ready to sell it.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, I can sell it within 2 weeks. And she gave me the price, and it was actually more than I quoted. And I thought about it. And then my kid said, yeah, Dad, you don't know nothing. We don't need the money. Why do you want to sell it? Leave it for us. So I said, okay.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, that's a good idea. Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe I'll check with you in the future. Maybe you'll get to a point later on.
Yeah, well, no harm in trying.
No harm in trying. You got it. All right, Larry.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate your time and thank you so much.
Yeah, all righty. Right. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye now. Yeah. So he didn't decide. They decided for him. Larry decided to keep it for now. He said to try back in the future. Okay, so you can't really convince people to do that because you can convince them, but they'll want a lot of money. That's the problem. Okay, so let's go on to over here. Next prospect here. De Leon Springs. Okay. Oh, that looks nice. It's a nice little house. Only close to 800 square feet. Has not been sold. Owned for 12 years, rented for $900 a month, which is nice. Free and clear. Asking $200,000. Wow. It's not worth $200,000. Okay. It's worth probably 100,000 max. I mean, I would even say even below that. It's probably worth 60K. Confidence is 1. Yeah. So let's see here. So I've tried calling this lead before and there's no answer.
Please leave your message for
Dan Taylor.
Hey, Ben, this is Ben. How you doing? I'm sending you a text message right now. Maybe I can call you back in a little while when you're available. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Okay. So with him, not talk to him. So okay, let's go on to the next. This is just pretty much the way it is, you guys. Looking for deals for our retirement accounts. That's what we're doing here. Some Port Orange. Let's see if it's sold. First of all, just to make sure we're not wasting our time. Not sold yet. Okay. So 535. No, 525. So let's see here. Call anytime. Good condition. Ooh, asking price 785. Are you kidding? No, not wasting our time with this one. Lost once too much, and this is an agent anyways. Okay. So we're going to mark this as lost. We're not even going to waste our time with it. Lost. Lost. Update it, and then dead. Okay. Let's go on to the next, but let me see if okay. Let's go see this guy, Eddie. Okay, let's see. Sanford again. Extra court. Unit. I don't know if there's a unit number here. Let's see. Nope, I don't know. Let's call. Let's see what happens.
The Text Now subscriber you are trying to reach is not available.
No answer. Okay. This one here, we got to put in every contact that we get goes into a different bucket. You know, so once they come in, we put them into some sort of way to contact them in the future. This guy we will put in a 6-month nurture because I'm not really that interested in it. So David, let's see this guy. He's in Daytona Beach. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember this guy. Okay. It's not sold it. Okay. All right. This is. He's a roofer, I think, if I remember correctly. The importance of not having good notes or of having good notes is just, I can't tell you, but in this case, one of our team members just sort of lost most of the meaningful notes here. Very upsetting, but yeah, what you gonna do? Okay, so we're gonna come in here. Let's see. Maybe there's a different way of finding this. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I got some notes here. I just put him on a different database and he is here. So he wanted this. He would take probably 80 to 90. Okay. That's great. 80 to 90. Okay, fantastic. Let me call him.
Hello.
Hey, David, good morning. This is Ben. How are you?
All right.
Good, good. We spoke a while back. I don't know if you remember me.
Not bringing any memory up.
Sure. We were chatting. You had contacted us about your property there on Mulberry. Wanted to follow up to see if we can still go ahead and move forward in purchasing it.
What's the offer?
At the time, I think you were telling me you're in construction, right?
Yep.
You do construction. Yeah. I remember the conversation. So at the time, you were telling me about the repairs and stuff like that, and you were kind of giving me your assessment of the repairs. Can you recap that real quick for me?
The floors in the house are pretty level. But when we bought the house, they had patched some of the tongue and groove with plywood. So that would, ultimately, if you were selling, really probably just cover the carpet and let it go, flip it. But that is the kitchen needs to be updated. And it's a bath and a half.
Okay.
But I think I'm I haven't really decided what I'm going to do. The market doesn't really bear the sale right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because the whole point was I wanted to flip the house, go buy one in Bonifay,
Mm-hmm.
and use the proceeds to take care of my brother and my father.
Yeah, I remember that. That's right. Yeah. How are they, by the way?
Still here and still kicking along, doing pretty good.
Well, that's always good. Always good. Yeah. Okay. So give me a range. How much do you think you'd want to sell it for? Just as is. As is, you wouldn't do any repairs at all. I mean, you don't even have to clean it. Just as is.
Right. I don't know. Market price right now is 161 on it.
Okay.
I mean, and I know I'd have to leave some meat on the bone for you guys, but that's what I'm saying. See, there's really, for you guys to jump it and manage to put your funds and everything in it,
Mm-hmm.
you need better than a 60 grand profit.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, the roof's good. The roofs are all good. The stucco's been repaired, fixed correctly,
Mm-hmm.
As per Daytona's finest code enforcement.
I know what you mean. Yep.
Well, dude, I was up working on the roof when they cited me on the stucco and the paint, but the house hadn't been painted in years.
Wow.
And I painted it with an which that is nearly $4,000 right there in paint to paint this 2-story.
Mm-hmm.
It hadn't been painted in. I used to own the house across the street, and I lived there for 23 years.
Mm.
And I don't ever remember the house being painted.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when I put the first, 2 coats of 410A on the house, the sealer on the house, man, they just sucked it right in,
Yeah. That's what happens. That's right. Yeah. Wow. So it's a 2-story house.
Really, I just don't think the market of bear the sale to benefit me enough, because I was really looking at spending between 40 and 60 on a house in Bonifay, Chipley area.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, using the rest of the proceeds to manage out. I mean, they both get disability and everything. I mean, my dad gets Social Security and my brother's getting disability.
Mm-hmm.
But, there's other unforeseen things that, insurances don't cover.
Yeah, that's right. So what were you looking for to have in your pocket? Like after costs and everything?
I ultimately,
yeah,
I'd like to be able to purchase a house and have as close to 100K in equity.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just not, in this market right now. Although it's bouncing, it's come back 3.54%. I'm paying attention, dude. I really am. But
yeah,
it isn't somewhere where I could leave enough meat on the bone,
mm-hmm.
and it give me the comfort and knowing that I could make that other move, buy them a house and set them up. Because see, ultimately, I plan on leaving, bro. I've been a sailor for quite a bit of my life too.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Where are you going?
Where I end up like my dad and my kids have to take care of me,
yeah.
I'll be a piece of siege. Well, I don't want them to have to deal with this, man. It's a lot,
That's right. That's right. I was in the Navy. I told you that last time. I was in the Navy, so
yep.
I understand the sailor life. That's for sure. Yeah. Okay. So you said right now it's worth about 160 once it's fixed up.
Yeah, that's what the Redfin and Zillow guesstimate is on it, because it's even when my brother bought it,
Mm-hmm.
2007 or 9, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It had never been put on the market and brought up as far as, you know, what needed to be done. Because when my brother bought it, we got it at a steal.
Yeah. Did you say it was a 2-story house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, I'm seeing it now. Okay. So if I move, because I'm looking at it on Google Street View here. Yeah. So
Yeah, that one's got the updated of it being painted white. If you go back,
Yeah.
you'll see when it was painted the peach color.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. That's right. Okay. Yeah.
And, you know, like I was saying about code enforcement, they wrote me up, never gave me a notice or anything. They're across the street dealing with a property.
Oh,
I
man.
told, I have a personal relationship with most of these guys. I owned a mechanic shop around the corner. I worked for, did electronics for the TV shop, Halifax TV. And I was factory service Maytag man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
All they had to do was walk over and talk to me, not, you know, set me up on some kind of, you know, code enforcement violation.
Yeah.
Just give me the time. I'm up on the, you know, at the time I was up replacing the flat roof. I said, why didn't you guys just tell me? You didn't have to do all this, you know?
Yeah.
Well, we have to do this because of the time limits that we want it done. I don't care how much time you give me, as long as I show you proof every day that work is going forward. How can you argue?
Yeah. That's right. So you're living in the house right now, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. And is it only you in there?
No, it's me, my brother, and my father.
Oh, the three of you guys. Okay. Let me see. So if I were to send you a contract, what do you want that contract to be for? What amount?
Honestly, I'd want as close to like 140, but that just doesn't bear the market for you guys. There's no meat on the bone. I understand. You know,
if I were to give you,
I've been looking around at houses up there in Bonifay, and towards the Panhandle, and or top of the Panhandle, and their market's gone up too. You know, and it's just not balanceable yet. It'll come around.
Yeah.
Then you keep in touch with me about it, and you know, this is something I want to do because I'm just tired of Daytona Beach life, man. You know, I've done this for nearly 30 years around here, and I'm tired of all the events, and that's the thing. I don't want to live near Panama City. I want to be up rurally, kind of away from all that, and not have to deal with. I'm so tired of serious traffic congestion, which, you know.
Oh yeah.
In my 20s, it was the greatest thing in the world because MTV was here. There was all kinds of women, you know. We were playing fast and loose in life then, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
But I'm not that way anymore.
Yeah. Well, where did you say Bonifay? I'm not familiar with that. Where is that?
The west of Gainesville.
Okay. I'm looking at
but not quite Pensacola, somewhere in between there, you know. It's hard to really nail down a point where I know to reference from. I have a lot of family that come from the Midwest.
Okay.
And they're always in that end of the state coming in, you know, to go to Disney or go to the Keys or whatever they're doing.
Yeah, they always come through there. Yeah, for sure.
Me being on the East Coast means they have to drive that much farther before they, you know.
Yeah, they hit you up. Yeah.
Well, if you're coming from Missouri, you know, Cedar Key is a whole lot closer than what Daytona is.
That's right. I think we can make this deal work at 135. I think we can make it work at 135.
Okay. Well, my brother's down to sell it, and I have durable power of attorney. You know, it's all going to hinge through me anyway, and he trusts me implicitly. You know, but let me talk with him about it and see,
Okay.
you know, because I don't want to, like, when he got sick in 2019, right as COVID started.
Yeah.
I've got his cars, his motorcycles, his Harley in the garage. And he keeps telling me, sell it, just sell it and use the proceeds, you know, because he feels guilty about not bringing any money in while we were fighting for disability. And I'm like, Rich, brother, I don't want to sell your stuff, man. It's like I'm kicking your legs out from underneath you. I can't do it.
Yeah, you feel bad about it for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But let me talk it over with him, Ben, and
Okay.
I'll save your number in my phone and I'll get back to you on this, okay?
You got it.
It's really let me,
because I want to help you out too, you know.
That's pretty close to making it all gel the way I want it to.
That's right. That's right. And I remembered your conversation, and I wouldn't call you unless I was, because I do remember that from back then, you know. So I've been trying to kind of put together some ideas how we can do it. And I think I have a good idea to get you at 135 and everybody's happy, you know, because the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to hold it for about 5 years. Okay. And then, so I will sell it in 5 years, then I'll make my money then. So, cause it's the only way it can work. If I was going to just flip it within 6 months, like you're saying, it won't work. But if I hold it for like 5 years.
You and I both know if you're going to buy something like that and flip it fast, you're going to pay a lot more.
That's right.
For construction labor and work that needs to be done because you're wanting it done ASAP.
That's right. That's right. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to move into it. You know, Valerie was telling my wife, because we used to live right there in Ormond, so we know the area very well. And I told her, I said, you know, let me talk to David. Let's see if we can just kind of make it work. So this is not like a flip investment property so much as it is like going to be my home, and I'm going to just kind of live in flip. You know, I think that's what they call them, live in flips or something like that. So that's going to work. And I have a VA loan and that kind of thing I can get. And so that way I can give you what you need, and everybody wins. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, talk it over with him.
Listing they have for this, what square footage do you see for the house? Because it wasn't right. I had to go back to Redfin and Zillow and repost the footage.
Yeah, I see it at 1202.
Yep. That's the correct one.
Okay.
The original one said like 895, and this house. Listen, this is one of the Cottrell family nursery houses. All this area through here used to be Cottrell Nursery back when Ridgewood and Nova were dirt roads. I don't even think there was a Nova then.
Oh yeah.
But it went all the way. The farm went all the way to Nova Road.
I used to live on Nova.
And this is one of the family like Foreman houses. That's why it's a 2-story. You know.
Do you know of any other houses that are vacant in the area that I might be able to buy?
I have to look around. I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
I know there's a couple properties that have been, but that was all because of city taxes and everything, and they wanted to like just cleared up because eventually Brown and Brown is supposed to move through here and do a whole city revamp. So if you're doing that 5-year thought, man, when they're already encroaching this way, you know, they're already the main street wiping out buildings from the new office plaza they have there on on Beach Street.
Yeah. Wow, these guys. Yeah, like you're saying, the traffic is going to be a little bit crazy, but I think it just might work out for everybody.
You just have to learn what I did, you know, being a Maytag man. You just have to learn to find the back ways around when traffic's
that's
race week, fight week.
Yeah. Okay.
Avoid the beach side as much as possible.
I know.
I love her. Don't get me wrong, but during the events, I'm old now.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with all of
it. Me too. Hey, what happened to the?
I'm a lot more mature and don't want to sit for an hour and a half between two stoplights.
That's right. I know it. I know it. You just got to get good at that. Hey, what happened to that sign? You know how it used to say the world's greatest beach? It's gone.
Well, we're no longer the world's greatest beach.
So they took
You know,
it down.
since '98, they took driving off the beach.
Ah,
You know,
gotcha.
off the main. But they're supposed to be bringing it back.
Ah,
And the funny thing is I ran a business down there,
mhm.
and the last day that they allowed us to drive on the beach, I ran a go-kart track down there for 9 years.
Oh man.
And that place, when they closed it and were putting in the poles,
Mhm.
me and the head mechanic for my track I used to street race back then, took our cars out on the beach and did one last blast of donuts and figure eights in the sand.
There you go.
The last evening, so beach patrol couldn't say, I mean, they really wouldn't say anything to us anyway, because there was nobody out there.
Yeah.
The beach ramps were just about to close.
Wow.
And because we worked right there on that strip right next to the pier,
Mhm.
everybody knew us. So they let us on there and we even told them, hey, we're going to go down there and whip some shitties and do figure eights, bro. And then we're leaving.
Wow, that's fun, man. That's amazing. That's amazing. So you can't drive on the beach anymore in Daytona. That's amazing.
Well, from the place that you used to be able to was
Mhm.
from where Silver Beach approach is where they let you back on to go south down the beach.
Yeah.
And that's right there at the Daytona Shores line.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it used to go from there all the way up to, till they shut that all down. You could drive all the way to the poles of the old Ormond Pier that was in Ormond Beach Shores.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yeah.
Wow. And they still
Yeah,
let
they
you
just
drive
didn't
on.
want you going past that pole point because
Mhm.
the deteriorating structure that was on the sand. They didn't want anybody's cars to get tore up.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, yeah. Man, that's amazing. Yeah, I haven't been back to Ormond in a year and a half, and that's why I'm looking. Because right now I'm in just in North Miami. But we gotta make it back to the area because we got a lot of friends and family and stuff in the area. So that's why I'm like, I was just looking around and I'm like, I'm gonna call David. Let's see if he still wants to sell.
Yeah, my kids are not happy about because I have 8 children.
Hey,
I didn't. Yeah, bro, I didn't believe in having a TV in my bedroom. You understand?
yeah, for sure, man. Oh man,
But
that's funny.
I've got 17 grandkids already.
Wow.
I never thought about that, bro. I never having all those kids. I never thought about the consequences that come after that. And you wouldn't think it's a consequence, but
Yeah.
you try buying Christmas for
Mhm.
25 people.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I can only imagine. Yeah, for sure, for sure. 8 kids. Wow.
Just, yep.
I
All grown, all productive parts of society. I haven't
wow.
had to visit one in prison, thank the Lord.
Man, that's a good job right
I
there,
don't
man.
think I could anyway. I told them all when they were younger.
Mhm.
Look, whatever you do, as long as you're good at it,
Mhm.
keep doing it. But
Yeah.
if you're a car thief and you're going to jail and going to prison, guess what? Time to change profession.
That's that's sound advice right there. That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
my third wife didn't think so.
man, that's amazing. 8 kids. Wow. Wow. I have 3 and it's a handful already for me. I'm like, wow. I can't imagine 8.
Oh
But
yeah, and if you'll look on Google Maps, I own the house directly across the street from this. That's a 895 seriously square foot house, and I had at one time, because Mike was already moved out, when Tiffany, Kenny, Dom, Dylan, Sierra, Nikki was staying with her mom, and Katie was grown. Yeah, that's including me and my wife and my uncle who comes down every once in a while. That's like 9 people in that tiny little house.
Wow. I'm looking at it right now. That greenhouse across the street.
Yeah. Yep.
So you used to own it. You don't own it anymore.
No. That was lost in divorce number 2. You know what
Gotcha.
comes with the divorce?
Uh-huh.
Weight loss.
Wow.
They took 28 pounds from me
Mhm.
during that divorce, and apparently that's how much your soul weighs.
Oh my goodness. Wow, that's amazing. Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, let me
But
know
it
if
didn't, you know, at the time I paid that one off, and now the second ex's her family took over it due to her demise with drugs or whatever. You know, it just not my problem, not my circus, not my monkey.
yeah, that's right. Wow. Yeah, they've got some tarps
But
and stuff all around.
and I got that one on a deal too. That big chunk of property there on the corner, I paid 37 for that one.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and during the balloon market of like 07, and when all that stuff went crazy and crashed,
Mm-hmm.
the city appraiser sent me, they wanted to offer me 98,000 on that little house itself, which
Wow.
it's honestly, dude, for real, it's a 2-room slave shack back from when I told you this was all a farm.
Yeah.
That was slave labor's domicile with the outhouse, and it's just been added on and added on and added on over the years.
I can see
I put
that.
an add-on on it.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. Yeah, for sure. Man, well, if you know of any houses here that need a little TLC, I'm willing to start. You know, just kind of seeing what I could do here in this, just even in this street here. So you let me know.
I do know of one. You may
Okay.
want to check this out. I don't know what. I think the city. It was put under condemned because it's one of the guys
Okay.
that I did work for. He was
Mm-hmm.
a quadriplegic,
Mm-hmm. Wow.
so he couldn't move anything but his head.
Wow.
And yeah, and the people that he had taking care of him his last few years, oh my God, they drug addled crazies, bro.
Wow.
Again, not my circus.
Yeah.
So, but I know that house, if you look up 262
Mm-hmm.
Lexington,
Okay.
and this is down by Caribbean Jacks, right on the water on the back of the canal. I know that she was looking to flip the house when Rob passed. His sister has it now, and she's in rural Missouri and comes back and forth. But I know she was looking to flip that one just because she, you know, she doesn't want to put the money in the house because I don't know, bad juju between her and her brother or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay. A 2-story house. I just found it, I think, on Google Maps.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a 2-story, and it should have a screened in like Adobe style front porch.
Yeah, and the red bricks is a corner lot, I think, too. Okay.
Yeah, and he actually owns the one next to it too.
Oh,
266, I think. 266 and 262 were both Rob's properties, and that one's like a nice Key West house, double garage.
Yeah.
You know, stilted it so that water doesn't inundate the house. You know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so they're not in the area so they don't live here.
No.
Wow. Okay. Do you have any way to get a hold of them?
I met her when she came down here when Rob died because I take care of my dad and my brother, and to see them people treat that man the way they were, just it pushed me over the edge. I had to go to him and tell him, look, dude, I can't do any more work on your property. I can't abide by what I'm seeing happen here.
Yeah.
You know, methadone and fentanyl pill are running your health care, and it's not good for you. They're going to kill you. And they did.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. Man. Yeah. You get to see a lot of stuff in what you do.
Yeah.
Well, I will try to figure out how to get a hold of them because I want to see. So it's it's that canal is coming in right from the waterway.
Yeah. And it's right there on the back of Caribbean Jacks. What a nice outlook. There's a boathouse that comes with the unattached boathouse that comes with the property.
Oh, wow. Okay. Sweet. What do you think I should buy that one for?
Hey, bro, I'd be below 200. I mean, the market on that being where it is and waterfront, all that, it's going to be high anyway. But the house needs, the floors aren't bad. The first floors aren't bad. But like I said, that nobody was there helping him take care of anything to, they wouldn't even cut the grass, dude. I was a handyman / appliance guy for the city that came in when they got code busted. And you guys can't even run a mower?
Yeah, that's amazing. Some people
living here rent free. Just bought you guys a vehicle to take him to the doctor. Brand new Toyota all-wheel drive van.
Wow.
Which a handy van. That thing was like $66,000 when he bought it.
No kidding. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So who lives in these properties now?
Oh, nobody. That when he died, they tried to stick and stay, and she didn't want them there. So I think that's why she went to the city and said, "You know what? Condemn it." Because she was asking me. Because in the past, dude, I've done a bunch of property management as well.
Gotcha.
Because it was a side hustle along to go with everything else I was doing.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Dave, is there any?" I said, if this were the old days, if this were 1992, I'd go out there and bust a water main, and the city would just, they would condemn the house because there's no water. You can't stay in it with no water.
Yeah.
I said, she goes, "But can you do that?" I was like, "No, it's not legal anymore. There are landlord-tenant laws."
Yeah, that's right. Wow. Yeah, the oldest picture there is on Google Maps is from 2019. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I can only imagine the shape of it now.
Kind of that yellowy looking.
Yeah, that's right.
Color, and I painted it white as well. In fact, I used the same 410A on that house that I did on this.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get to work on this too. But yeah, go ahead and talk to your family and to your brother and let's do a deal here because the idea here is purchase yours, live in it, and then start doing some of these little projects here. That'd be for sure. Okay. All right.
All right, Ben. And like I said, I'll keep my eyes open
for sure
around here and see if there's, would you be cool with a smaller one too, a quicker flip?
Yeah. I'm cool with anything. Yeah, if we can flip it,
right.
I'll be cool with it for sure. Yeah, and I will. I appreciate that. And once I flip him and stuff, I'll kick you back something. Actually, when I buy them, once I buy them, I'll kick you back something. Right. So yeah, you wouldn't do that for free at all.
So it does my interest to help you run these down. Yeah, I like that.
That's right. Yep. You make a little bit of cash, and I don't care if you moved out already. I'll send you a check or send it to you via wire or whatever. I don't care. Right. Because the area. Well, you know what I mean?
I hate dealing with the check thing. So I would just give you my bank routing number.
That's it.
Just deposit it straight to the account. That way, there's no, I got to run around and do this. And, I have 3 bank accounts because I take care of both of them and myself.
Oh, yeah.
And everything is kind of funny when I did all this. I hadn't had either one of their power of attorneys yet.
Oh, okay.
And the president of the bank, I bank with BB&T. My
Mhm.
brother did SunTrust. My dad did BB&T.
Mm.
And they were like a little nervous, that, well, why are you going on all these accounts? I was like, whoa. First off, you don't get the right to ask me any questions.
Wow.
You have to do what I say. I brought him in here. He's telling you to do it. But as you will see, I need you to bring the paperwork up on my account too, because we're going to put both of their names on it on
Mhm.
my account. So I have 100% transparency.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
And the minute I said that to them, they were good with everything. And
Oh,
they even helped me get the power of attorney on my father back then.
really?
Yep.
Yeah, that's nice. Fantastic. Wow. But yeah, I mean, you have those accounts. I mean, it's no problem. I can just
Right.
put it right into your bank account. That is no
Right.
issue at all. Yeah. So,
All right. Ben, what's your last name again?
Marks, Marks. Mhm.
All right, bud. I'll log your number and like I said, I'll get back to you because I know there's a couple open around here. Like I know there's another one down on Kingston.
Okay.
Again, that was a code enforcement one.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
love
sure
those.
the address,
Mhm.
and they wanted me to privacy fence her lot
Okay.
so they couldn't see the overgrowth in the back. And that's all. That's another 2-story wood house, and the house looked pretty good inside. And the young lady that owned it passed away. She
Oh
drug
man.
overdose.
No kidding. Wow, that's so sad.
Yeah, two nearly one teenage kid and one teenager.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. What happened to them?
Their grandma has their custody,
Oh,
and
okay.
she lives in Palm Coast. And
uh-huh.
I know the house, the proceeds of the house are probably to help the kids through college, or at least give them a leg up when they start in life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's for sure. We can do that. Yeah, give me that address. I'll give her a call
Yeah, I'll
too.
look that one up and I'll text that to you later on today. Okay, because I got to
Okay.
go down that way to do some work.
Okay, fantastic, man. This can be a really nice partnership between us, Dave, because
Well,
the
hey,
backstories here.
Yeah, well, and that's only because I've lived right here in this area
Mm-hmm.
almost 29 years.
That's amazing. Wow. Yeah, and you've been doing handiwork and all kinds of stuff, and you were doing investments before. You were doing wholesaling too. So I remember that. Yeah. So you really have the backstories for most of these streets near you. So
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that is awesome.
Now across US 1, I don't feel like that. Listen, I went over there and I built some homes. ICI
Mhm.
contracted a house further down Madison past the
Mhm.
tracks, and I went there, did all the framing and cheating on it.
Mhm.
And I just don't think that side of the railroad tracks
Mm.
hold to viability like it does over here.
Yeah, because you're closer to the water on this side. Yeah. It's
Right, and especially where this house sits now. The other one that I was telling you down on Kingston
mhm.
sits more down at the bottom of the hill.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
Storm surge around here can get as high as 10 feet,
Oh my
which makes
gosh.
all that downtown super soggy. I mean, like
Yeah.
floating super soggy.
Wow.
And but this house here being up on the top of the hill,
Mhm.
I've never had any problems with any kind of water.
Oh wow.
Ever.
What about Lexington? Did those two right there, did they have any issues with the last flooding and stuff?
I know that it came up into the backyard with the last one,
Okay.
but the 2-story rental next door with the garages underneath it,
Right.
it only came up to the top of the concrete going into the garage. It never inundated the garage.
Oh, that's good. That's beautiful. Because
And
that was a bad one.
That was Ian was a pretty bad storm.
It was really
like 12
bad.
feet down
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So if it survived, Ian, then you're pretty good for most typical hurricanes.
And even Rob's principal house, the yellow one that you've seen, or white now,
that
but
corner.
whatever.
Yeah, that corner one. Uh-huh.
That house is a semi-stilt structure because it's all wood. You know, everything's raised up off the ground. It's stuccoed in, and
Yeah.
so it never got like. Now Rob said, like during the storms in 04, when we had them back to back to back, that the storm surge pushed in bad enough that he had to replace the drywall 3 feet up all the way around the first floor.
Oh wow, no kidding, man.
Yeah, but he got all kinds of FEMA money and insurance. He had his own foundation for his health care. You know, the guy was smart with managing his money. Just a shame that people did that to him.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Man, this is good. I'm making notes as you tell me stuff, you know, because you really know a lot of information about the neighborhood, and that is awesome. We can make some money together, you know. Even when you leave, you know, like once we move into your house and that sort of stuff, you know, you just kind of still give me pointers. I'll still be calling you, Dave.
Listen, I've known all these people around here and been I wouldn't say an upstanding pillar of society, because I'm not into that weekly neighborhood, meeting with the city, with Chitwood and Bogle, and in the past, I like police when they go the other way.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I just don't need any hassles, man, and around here in this direct area right here, they seem to put a lot of rookie cops on the force and give them this area to kind of baptize them by fire.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, no, but you really have a good deep knowledge of the area. But go ahead and talk to your brother, and text me that address later on, and let's keep in touch, and let's move forward. This is very exciting for me.
Okay. All right, Mr. Marks, I'll text you back with the address and everything, and I'll talk to Rich. He's a lot more. He's up right now, but he's not. His memory, everything right now, he doesn't get rolling good till around 4 or 5 o'clock when I make him dinner.
Yeah. Man, that's awesome.
Real quality,
I commend you, brother, because that is a lot of work, to take care of your family like that. And I commend you. Maybe most people wouldn't. I would presume, because most people just kind of go about their day, and they don't really look at things. But that is awesome that you do that. It just kind of shows your character, and man, somebody needs to commend you for that.
Well, the thing with my brother in taking over this house and handling everything for him, he's like, the Harley's yours, Dave, and it's a 91 Heritage Softail,
Wow.
It's a big, beautiful bike, bro, but listen, I was never a biker. That was my dad. He was a bandito when I was a kid. And Rich remembers that. That's where his fascination came from it all. But I was never a biker. I was a rider.
Yeah.
Now I could ride a motorcycle better than either one of those, and probably if you stack them together, because I was a dirt bike racer.
Oh wow. Like
I didn't want that persona of being a dirty, nasty biker, and the apparent trouble that comes with being that type of lifestyle.
Yeah, that's right. You were more like Evel Knievel type.
That is actually, that's funny you say that, because that is my nickname.
No kidding. Wow.
Yeah, it has been since like 1989. Because
That's
I did
amazing.
do things like, I call it a one-hand rodeo, where you just hold the throttle,
Yeah.
put your left hand up in the air, and kick it in gear. Gotta hang on.
Wow. Wow. That is impressive. Man, I remember watching all his stuff. You know, that guy was awesome. He was a little bit before my time, you know, but so all I got is just kind of like the videos and stuff. But man, every time I watch him, I'm like, man, how did he do that? You know, and the crowd that followed him were kind of like that, like you know, I always kind of like that community, you know. So, but anyway, Dave, I appreciate your time, sir. Let's stay in touch. I will just whenever he gets up and gets going, no problem with me. Just whenever you get to it, I don't have an issue with it.
Right. Well, like I said, because of his memory and his fogginess, I'm going to speak to him about it near dinner and let him just think on it for a little bit, because it's going to, you know, his memory really only lasts for 10 minutes unless I pound it into him like 50 per state.
Wow.
And it's legitimately that way, dude, day after day after day. If I need him to remember something 3 months from now, the entire 3 months I have to go through. And then the week before it happens, Rich has got it. You know, he's like, hey, we got to go do this. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do, buddy.
Wow, that's amazing. It is amazing that you're doing that. It just blows my mind. Wow. But it's family, you know, so I understand it.
Like, I know how much money you put into all of this. I know that you spent nearly 10 grand on fixing the house, the stucco, the paint, the repair I did, because this house has the original 1940s wood sash windows.
Oh, wow. No
I
kidding.
didn't have the money to go buy brand new windows and have them, and install them. So the ones that were bad, I cut the wood out of the wall, I replaced it, I replaced the stucco up to the seal, painted everything, you know.
Yeah.
And the city was absolutely happy with it. They were like, way to go, dude.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah.
You were supposed to get, you know, I remember when code enforcement busted me, like when I owned the little house across the street, because my race car in the yard and no actual real driveway.
Well,
they just give me hassle all the time. So I rented the shop around the corner on Madison, and all the way up to the double garage doors in that brick building, black marks. 2 sets of 11s all the way to the garage.
Wow. I bet it was fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, when my kids were little, that front yard of that house over there was their go-kart track / I bought them a little super cycle 110 4-speed like mini crotch rocket.
Wow. Yeah.
110 cc, bro. It was crazy around here, and everybody left my kids alone, you know, because they knew what kind of idiot I was. At one time, dude, when I had the 5 younger ones in the house, I had to pack, I don't know, and not me belongings and throw them off my property.
Oh man. Wow.
Because I just tired of hearing, I don't know, it's not me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, they're moving out today. I'm packing their shit and they're over the fence.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That's amazing. Man, that's fun. It's fun memories.
Yeah, my neighbors loved that, man. When they were younger, they were like, you just amaze us how you just don't snap and ritual murder everybody. And why would I do that? I love them.
Yeah, that's right. Wow. Oh man, well, that's awesome. But listen, we're gonna meet face to face, and we can just kind of chat and stuff, you know, because I'm definitely moving forward with this.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I'll be down on Kingston here around, down that way by Kingston around 2:30 this afternoon. So
fantastic.
At least by 4, you'll get the text message, and I'll even send you a current picture of the property.
Oh, that would be awesome. I would appreciate that for sure. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
You got it, my friend. I appreciate it, Dave. Looking forward to working with you.
Yeah. You too, Mark, Mr. Marks.
You got it. No problem. No problem at
I'll
all.
contact you a little later on.
You got it. Talk to you soon, Dave. Have a good day. Talk to you later, okay?
Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. So, a lot of people, and it's a different style, right? A lot of people, they just go one call, another call, another call, another call. But I like to do just a little due diligence. And I did a little bit of due diligence with this guy. And look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 properties that he's going to look for us. And he knows he's the handyman who works on construction and stuff like that for this neighborhood in Daytona. And I am serious. A lot of times I like to move into a house and then do that kind of slow flip and stuff. So I am speaking the truth for sure, because Daytona is kind of like my area. So we will be flipping a lot of properties here and keeping a lot of them as well. So I'm glad I talked to him, because one of the things that I like to do is, as I was saying, creating a community, right? And so every community has a community. So these neighborhoods, when you get into real estate and you're trying to, put properties inside your IRA and stuff to grow it, and you can either flip them, keep them as rentals, or you can use your IRA to lend out of it, when you don't have a lot of projects going on, which is what I do. Then you need to farm the area. You need to know the streets and stuff, and you need to be talking to the owners and get the backstories, like Dave was just telling me. You know what I mean? So that is really the best way to get into real estate, is to connect with somebody like Dave, because there's no better way to network than speaking with somebody like Dave. There just isn't a better way to find opportunities, because he did all the work for us. You know how much money he just saved us in time just by him knowing what he knows? It's incredible. So networking, I'm going to put the notes here for you guys. Let's see here. Networking with Dave. So networking with him, it will save us all kinds of time, networking with Dave. Okay. And he's a seller. So we got the seller. He got to know me. He trusts me. He knows what I do. He knows the game of real estate. He knows the game of construction and all that kind of stuff. So he is just a great, great resource for us. It's all about networking, and you're seeing it here. And I'm not just trying to take advantage of people. It's like, you know what? I was going to offer him 90,000 for his house, 80, I think. But if I live in it, I can offer him more, right? So he's a good guy. I want to work with him. So we're willing to do that. I hope you guys kind of got a lot of value from just talking. We were just talking. You guys can all do a better work than I did. There's only 3 principles I followed. Number 1, listen to him. Number 2, take advantage of the information that's coming in, so you talk to him. And number 3, see how you make it a win-win situation for both of you. And that's what I did. Those are the 3 things I kept in mind. And boom, it's done. So the value that he provided and I provide for him, put it together and form a nice little community, which is what I was talking about. You do that, you will double the size of your income in your retirement account, because you'll start finding all these properties and adding them on there. Or you can kind of bring that opportunity to a wholesaler or a flipper if you don't want to flip, and just say, hey, look, I'll wholesale you this deal. And you can do all of that out of your IRA. So anyway, see you next time. Thank you for being here. Sign up below, okay? Join our community. Join our community. You can participate in these deals that he's giving me right now. Oh, shoot. I just put the addresses online. Don't take my deals, okay? Don't take those deals. But go ahead and sign up. Let me put the notes here. So I spoke with him. I almost forgot about that. This was just a fantastic conversation with Dave, period. We agreed to 135K for his property. He's an amazing guy because he takes care of both his father and his brother, who are handicapped, period. He told me he has 8 kids. They're all grown and doing good things, but he's just a family guy, period. He wants to sail a boat around the world and just wants to make sure that his brother and father are taken care of, period. He also gave me 2 fantastic leads and gave me the backstory, and is working on giving me 3, not 3, but giving me a 3rd one, which he will text me later on today, period. He will go and talk to his brother and have an answer about the house for me later on tonight, period. What a great guy, great conversation. Okay, so I put those notes on here. You kind of edit it a bit and break it up. It looks okay. Okay, perfect. And now I will just put the addresses here to let me see here. Okay, okay, there it is. So here's first address. And then he said that the one next door as well. Okay. Then 3rd address coming. The one with the sad story about the mom overdosing and the kids living with grandma out of state. Okay. All right, perfect. So this one here, I'm gonna move in my CRM as a offer made. And then I'm gonna assign it. Assign it. And then offered 130. Okay. All right, perfect. Okay, so that is going to be it for today. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. We'll see you on the next video. Right now, it's on a playlist, so go on and find it. Thanks. Bye-bye now.